And hello, everyone. Welcome to the XX. I always forget to count meditation, but I think we're approaching the 40s soon. We're in the late 30s now. So that's pretty crazy and awesome. 35. Today's 35. Man, 35 meditations. Proud of us all. Everybody who has been with us. That's beautiful. 35 meditations. Most of us been here all the time. Hello to everybody who's new or just joining us in for second, third, fifth time. Amazing. 5 a.m. here in Alaska. Whoa, that's pretty intense. Great, Gina, that you're joining us nevertheless. Um, yeah, happy to see you all and have you all here. Today's new moon somewhere. Either it has been already or it's going to be. So that's a beautiful energy that we're going to have here today. Uh, to kick this off, open up the chat window and write from where you're calling in. Where are your feet touching the ground? From where you're calling in? I'm in Lägerdorf in northern Germany today. And just open up the chat window and write it in there. Alaska, New Mexico, Atlanta, the Netherlands, Montreal, Ontario, Johannesburg, South Africa, Texas, Singapore. Ooh, nice. So we have Asia here. I was wondering if we have Asia today. Amazing. Wales, the UK, Barcelona, all around the world again. And again, the invitation to connect with that global energy. I always like to imagine this global bubble, the world, and then see all the little light warrior bubbles, the light shining around the world and connecting with that through the internet. And yeah, make sure that you're not going to be disturbed for the next 45 minutes, that you're ready to go. And if you have anything that is challenging you, then just write me before we jump into the meditation while Inking is speaking. And yeah, enjoy today. I think it's going to be amazing once more. And with that, I hand it over to Inken.
Hey, my lovely tribe. Welcome. For those of you that are new, my name is Inken and I'm one of your hosts. And today, I think I would like to start with a big hug. First of all, virtual hug. I still need to get used to that, but imagine now hugging, long and deep hug. I miss that so much. So today, I would like to ask you how you are. How's your health, especially your health? Because unfortunately, one of our members, Lynn, I think a lot of you know Lynn. She's here today with us, which I'm very happy that she's here. She's not very well. She has Crohn's and she has been struggling the last days, weeks, and it's not in a very good condition. And you know that I have multiple sclerosis. Well, and no, it's always like moving me when I see that other people that also have a chronic disease are struggling. So I felt, and as I know all of you, how much powerful, energetic beings you are, that we should help her today and that we take a moment for her. So if that is okay for you, I would ask you now to just to close your eyes. And I use the framing that Joelle often uses, and I love that so much, that we shower Lynn. We give her a shower and we shower her abundantly in our love, light, and healing energy. Because you're one of us and you deserve this moment from us and this help from us. And we want that you know that you're not alone in this moment and that we are all here by your side, sending you all our energy so that you will get very soon much better and well. Thank you, everyone.
There's also one other little announcement since we're doing that. It was Greg's birthday yesterday when I have that right. And Greg has been with us 35 times, I think. So I really want to appreciate him a bit and also we send our love and
Much love
gratitude
to
over to
you.
him. Yeah. Wishing you a beautiful start in the new circle of life.
And amazing. I mean, the timing is also not perfect for you, and you're always with us. Really, thank you so much for that. Before I hand you over to Trent, and first of all, welcome home, Trent, because he made it to US. We are very happy you're safe home. Yeah. So another thing that we are really glad about, that we have you home. And yeah, I would just love, only very short, to take this moment to create awareness for all those people out there that have a chronic disease, that have an invisible disease, basically. Because Lynn has one, I have MS, and it's not so that the people immediately, this is the story with the invisible diseases, when you tell the people, that they say, you don't look sick, you are, it's not showing. But that sometimes is even the tricky part of the disease, honestly. So I just, I don't want to dive deep into this, because we can take hours for that. But I just wanted to take this moment to create awareness and to send our love to all of those people out there that, I don't like to say they struggle, but that have these types of diseases, because they deserve attention. And I feel there's still a lot of work that needs to be done to help and to support them. And it's not all about medicine. There is still plenty of work that needs to be done. But I have faith, and that is relating to our meditations topic, faith. I have deep faith that people like me, people like them, that we are the faces of these diseases. We are the positive faces, because we want to believe that things are fine, and we are proving that things can be fine, and that, of course, you have moments when there's a down. This is also part of it. But we are here to be the positive faces for these diseases, and to help others. And I somehow, I deeply believe, Lynn, that we got this disease because we have a mission, and we got something to do in the world. And yeah, this was just something that was in my heart that I wanted to say today. And I wish I could be with you and really, really hug you now, Lynn. So you will be fine. Everything will be good. I love you. I don't hear you.
I feel it. I feel it very much so. That's why it's important for me to come every Sunday, because I was just telling my mom this morning, I said, I know these people not for so long all over the world, and I get more love from them, from anybody, even family members sometimes, my own kids that are adults. So makes a big, it's very touching. Thank you very much. And it's true that it's invisible. This is what I'm trying to always it doesn't show, unless you have the disease, like, we know easier, you can't lie to us. And we get very strong, because when you deal with pain all these years, me, it's been 23 years, you're sort of used to live with it, so you don't show it, and you don't want to talk about it every time, you just want to move forward. But it's when it's chronic, it's every day, and it's a battle. And right now, because I'm on a flare up, it's tougher, but it will pass. But it's until there's no cure, like all the chronic disease, there's no cure yet. We have to live with it. And the cold weather, as soon as me goes down below the 20 degrees, That's why I want to move. In a winter, it makes a big difference, the
And this
weather,
is something, for example, that
the
my
environment.
doctor with the multiple sclerosis, the people say you shouldn't go in the hot,
No, no.
you know, because it's inflammation and you should avoid. And the best thing I did is move to Abu Dhabi because
No,
I
you did
followed my
good.
intuition and I'm so fine. So it's always
Yeah.
about following your inner and finding out what works best for yourself.
For
This is,
yourself. Yes. Yes. Well,
thank
actually,
you.
when I went to Europe, in Germany or in Italy, especially at this time, because there's spring and fall, that's very tough. I was better there. The environment is better. It's crazy, yeah. That's why we have the most in Canada and United States. We have the most Crohn's and colitis in the UK, because of our environment. So anyhow, thank you very much again, guys. That means a lot to me. Really, really. More than I can express, I'm sure. Just believe me. So kind.
Friend, I'm so happy you're back. And
I'm
yeah,
happy to be back.
I hand it over to you. So we start with our meditation.
Thank you. Thank you again.
Okay, so let me give you guys just a quick framing. We're going to tie all this together. You know, we're now talking about health and faith in terms of health. But I'm going to make today work for somebody that maybe not struggling with a health issue, but then if you are also struggling with a health issue, this can help you tremendously. So the context for our discussion today is faith to change who you are on the inside. So we're talking about on an identity level. And so one of the things in my own healing journey that I experienced was becoming a healthy person. I had to change who I was on an identity level and change that character, who I was being in life, in order to find healing. So it's so easy to identify with our struggles, whether that be physical, whether that be mental health, whether that be something that we picked up from our past, somebody with authority told us about, and say, oh, I am a depressed person, or I am this type of person that struggles with this thing. So, you know, I totally empathize with anyone that's struggling and has a condition or something like that. But what I would say the big takeaway for you to get from this, and one of the big lessons that I learned in my own healing, was to not make it your identity. Know that you are more than that, right? We are all more than that. We are the witness that is witnessing the character. Don't let the character control you. Like you are the master, right? You are the one that's your intention, and your decisions and choices are what's dictating your life. And these other things are just external. Okay. And so it's reminding yourself of the power that you really have to change from the inside out. Okay. So this is the faith that we're cultivating, the faith to leap to the greater versions of ourselves. And I chose this picture because I think this reminds me of Vivian a little bit, who we'll talk about at the end. We'll talk about Vivian again at the end. But yeah, guys, we're talking about cultivating that faith in the context of changing from the inside out. So without further ado, I'm going to share the music and we will get started meditating. Oh, my deeper voice. This is morning voice. You guys are used to hearing my evening voice. This is I just woke up not that long ago voice. I'm on the other side of the world, guys. So this is the morning version of me. Okay. My brother, he's over here. I seeing him. He likes to yell at me, and I don't know, kind of in China, you know, it's, I don't know, just the cultural difference, I guess, is a part of it too. You know, being around my brother and hollering at me. That's what we would say in Texas, hollering. And twang, yeah, I probably got a little bit more twang, Gemma. I'll be honest about it. All right. All right, guys, so let's get settled in. I'll answer the rest of your questions later. Let's get the meditating done now. So you want to start settling in. Getting comfortable. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Let's start changing gears. So going from, where we're talking, we're being chatty, to where now we're going more inside while we stay connected. So consciously, we're starting to relax your body. Relax your scalp. Relax your eyes. Relaxing your face and jaw. Relaxing your neck. Relaxing your shoulders. Relax your arms. Relaxing your torso. Relaxing your hips. Sinking where you're sitting, sinking to where you're sitting. Go ahead and let your legs relax. All the way to your toes. You can take another deep breath and let your entire body relax, just a whole another level deeper. And you want to bring your consciousness awareness to your bottom, to where your feet and legs are touching the ground. And imagine your roots. Let your roots go into the earth. Ground you. Thick, expansive, strong like a tree. You're like a powerful tree. Grounded and powerful. And present, more and more present. So sitting up straight, you want to make sure your spine is erect. Bring your attention to your crown. And imagine like the lotus flower opening, allowing the light to come in from above. And let your energy flow. So you're grounded, your energy's flowing. You can feel a little more enlightened. You can start to feel easier. With a higher awareness of your body, your mind, your spiritual connection, all in harmony now. So any tension in your body that's remaining, you can go ahead and breathe into that and let that go. Anything you brought here, so maybe that's kind of on your mind, that's been following you into this space, you can breathe into that and you can let that go. And any worries of the future, anything keeping you out of the present moment, things that you have to do later, just for right now, can you go ahead and let that go also? Allow yourself to breathe easier, deeper. and more comfortable, more and more present. Feeling the connection of our group energy, the hug that we did earlier, the fun chat we've had. Just allow that connection to expand and allow it to also deepen the connection that you have with yourself. So your attention is inward, you feel connected, you feel present. And now let's go deeper. So 10, 9, you can imagine stair steps going deeper into yourself. 8, 7, 6, every step relaxing more, every step going deeper. 6, 5, 4, deeper now. 3, 2, 1. So grounded, relaxed, present, deep within yourself. So you want to become aware. Everywhere you're telling yourself a story that is disempowering you. So everywhere that you have a story or an identity or a script that you are living that is making you sick, that is making you less than whole. Anywhere you are aware of that now, anything that you're capable of processing now, can you allow yourself to be aware of that? Can you breathe into that? Can you allow yourself to let it go? Maybe just a pinch, maybe just a little bit, but can you breathe into that now? And allow your awareness and your consciousness to increase and raise. Everywhere you're afraid of change, everywhere you are identified and clinging to this identity and are afraid of changing, afraid of letting go and allowing something new and different. Everywhere you're holding on, can you breathe into that and can you let that go? So all the fear in your body that you can handle right now, can you say more to it in a place of non-resistance? Can you, like Aikido, can you say more and allow this to move through you, and out of you, to just dissolve and evaporate? Can you say yes to what you have been previously resisting? Can you say more, even more? Can you let go even more? Can you breathe into it even more? Can you let in more light? So everywhere else you're afraid of change, you're afraid of letting go, you're in comfort of the familiar. Everywhere you are clinging in false comfort, can you allow yourself to breathe into that and can you let that go? Everywhere you want to scream, there's part of you that just is so used to this attachment. Can you send this attachment grace? Can you send this attachment reassurance? Can you comfort yourself from a new higher awareness? Can you comfort yourself from a place of connectedness? And from this place, can you breathe into that fear? Can you breathe into that attachment, this fear of letting go? And can you just allow it to be? And can you allow it to process? Everywhere you don't want to change, so you have aversion, everywhere you're feeling aversion, your awareness is on what you don't want. Can you allow yourself to breathe into that? Can you let that go? So anything else remaining where you are clinging and holding on to the familiar, even if it's a familiar that is harming you, that is making you sick, or making you less than you can be. Everywhere that you are holding on, clinging in this way, with grace, with mercy, with this smooth, gentle awareness, can you breathe into that and can you let that go? Can you say yes? Can you say more? Can you let it go? Everywhere you think you can't change, so you are identified with the limitation. So everywhere you are in any type of limitation in your mind or your ego or your body, and you're identified with the limitation, can you breathe into that and can you let that go? Can you let it go some more? And can you lean into possibility? Can you lean into a little bit more limitlessness, a little bit more openness, open to possibility, open to something new and better, even if it's just a baby step. Can you breathe? Remembering to breathe and allowing your breath, making sure it's coming from your belly all the way down. So if you're breathing in your chest, allow your breathing to go deeper, all the way to your belly. Deeper, fuller, richer, bigger, easier. Breathing with life. And allowing the switch from stress and nervousness to become ease and rest. So can you allow yourself this sense of expansion? You want to feel your energy begin to increase, to expand, because you're moving into more of a limitless space. You're moving into a new possibility. So anywhere that you are blocking this faith, you're blocking this possibility of change, of the new, of something better, of a greater harmony. Anywhere that you are in the way of that, with stories, with ego, with mind, with limitation, can you breathe into that and can you let that go? Can you breathe into it even more and even more? And any pain that you may be experiencing, can you breathe into that? Can you allow yourself to say yes to it? When you stop resisting it, right? You can allow it to be, you can allow it to release. Allow yourself that relief. Allow yourself that relief and release. Allow things to flow. Allow the energy to move. So any other blocks that are preventing the energy from moving, anything inside of you that wants to move, that wants to go, that wants to be processed, can you allow yourself to breathe into these blocks, to breathe into the fearful, limited parts of yourself, and with courage, go deeper, to go more and more into faith. So courage and faith, you're focusing on courage and faith now as you breathe. As you reach for just a little bit better feeling thought, just a little bit better feeling emotion, a lighter energy, okay? So your connection to the ground, your connection to divinity from above, you can allow that to increase. So if you feel afraid, if you feel weak, let this connection fill you with energy. Let this connection fill you with light. So you can imagine your body becoming more and more full of light, more and more full of power, more and more full of energy. This healing energy, golden light, rich inner light, filling you up. So you're connected. You can feel the connection to all things, to everything, to the universe, to the nature, to each other. And allowing this light to fill you up, to allowing this light to empower you. So anything that needs to be filled in, so you can picture your body, and you can see if there's any dark spots. You can see if there's anywhere there's a lack of light or a lack of love. And can you allow yourself to be filled up? Can you allow yourself to receive a healing? Can you allow yourself to receive light? Can you allow yourself to receive the infinite love that you are connected to and that you are? And visualize it as a filling in and a filling up. You can feel the energy increasing in your body. You can feel the light body surrounding you, within you and without you. And allow this to increase. And allow yourself to move, your emotions to move, your energy to move. Yourself to expand. Join with your higher self. And allow yourself to know, allow yourself the faith that you can change, that you can transform. So you can now put your hands on your heart. We're going to start filling in a little bit more. So what is it to know well-being? In your heart and soul to know that all is well. Allow yourself this sense of well-being. How does it feel to increase this well-being? Can you increase it even more? Can you allow even more well-being? Can you allow this well-being to increase even more? And even more? Can you allow a sense of love, this connectedness, and this unconditional love that is present here for you now? Can you let this unconditional love increase? You don't have to earn it. You don't have to do anything. It's already here, already now. Can you allow yourself to feel this love? And breathe into that. Can you allow yourself to be still and know? To know connection, to know love, to know well-being, to know faith. Can you allow yourself to let the strength within you arise? So allow your inner strength now to rise, to increase, to multiply exponentially. You can feel your energy rise. You can feel your energy become broader, 360. Feeling your strength, feeling your connection, feeling your wholeness, allowing this wholeness to increase, allowing your energy to raise, allowing yourself to feel lighter, better, lighter, better, lighter, and better. Letting your breathing be even easier. Let your light shine even brighter. Letting the sense of happiness, letting a smile cross your lips. Allowing yourself to feel even more uplifted. So now imagining your space being filled with light, coming from you, through you, as you. Healing light, empowering light, loving light, feeling your space, feeling your home or building, feeling your city. You can zoom out, you can see this light increase, feeling your state, feeling your country, feeling the world, connecting us together, enveloping things in light, enveloping things in love, and feeling it come through you. So now all of us sending love, sending light to those who need it, through us, as us. And feeling the feeling of the answered prayer. Now, feeling the relief now, feeling the yes now, feeling the healing now, feeling the well-being now, feeling the harmony now. It's already done. Accept it, embrace it. The gratitude, thank you, thank you, thank you. The celebration. The appreciation. The thankful, grateful heart. Heart on fire. With love, with light, with energy, with well-being and wholeness. So feeling into this expansion, owning this expansion, owning your identity of wholeness, of well-being and healed, and breathing easy. So So coming back to our consciousness, transformed, 1, 2, expanded, 3, whole, connected, 4, 5, feeling great, feeling wonderful, 6, feeling shifted, feeling like things have moved, 7, 8, full of faith, 9, comfortable in your own skin, 10, you can stretch as you move to your waking consciousness, transformed, fully alive, healthy, strong,